Welcome to today's update on Surfside. But today we are walking around the streets of Surfside. I am right now on Byron Avenue. All the streets extend from 96th Street in the north, which abuts Bell Harbor and Bay Harbor, and in the south to 88th Street. And there's a lot of water. There's the Intercoastal, and it goes all the way around on the perimeter of Bay Drive and Dickens, Hawthorne, and up to 88th Street. And then we have a little extension called Biscaya, which is a little tiny island connected to Surfside with beautiful homes all on the water. We also are connected to the famous billionaire bunker, you guessed it, Indian Creek. And we go east-west from the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, all the way to the Intercoastal. So it's a really unique area. Not only that, we have a downtown with some phenomenal restaurants, all the services you can imagine, banks, CVS, Starbucks, and nail salons, hair salons, everything. It's all here in Surfside. So I'm going to show you a few homes and give you an idea of what. Right here is a lot that is 5,600 square feet. So the interior of most of the streets are 5,600 square feet. Some are 72, some are 84, and some of the big ones on the Intercoastal side are up to as big as 14,000 square feet. But this lot here, I sold this lot. This was a house. It was a tear down, and I brought together the buyer and the seller because I had the inside information on what they wanted. The buyer called me. He said, I'm looking specifically for a home that already has permits, and I can't find one in Surfside. But I was able to do that, and I knew the seller, and I put the two together, and I sold it. And now they are building a beautiful two-story house. So we sold it for $1.8 million, but when this is finished, this two-story home, Mac Daddy, will be $4.5 million. So the thing about Surfside is that almost 100 years ago, it was Army barracks for American soldiers, and it started to pick up momentum. People started moving here, but the prices back in the 70s when I first moved here were nothing compared to what they are now. Oh my God. My family purchased a double lot, two 5,600 square foot lots together for a total of $16,000, and I still have the bill of sale. Yeah, pretty incredible. Because now a tear down, as you can see, that was 1.8, but they range between 1.4 and 1.9 tear downs. A finished home where you can move in and maybe do a little cosmetic tweaking is going to run you just over $2 million. And some of them, like I said, go up to 4.5 when they're a two-story. And you have to work within all the restrictions, of course, of the codes. So you have a myriad of types of homes. You have the modern look, you have the old school look, and then you have middle of the road. And here's a little old school, and you see some of that old Mimo architecture and beautiful landscaping, lots of orchids, lots of mangoes, and avocado. So the idea is to make friends with somebody who has those trees, and then you don't have to go to the supermarket. Here's an example of a double lot where they took full advantage and took up half of the street and made a cutesy little house. So you have the one story and two. So people ask, like, what's up with the names in Surfside? It starts in Collins Avenue, and then there's Harding, and then it's all these names. It's Abbott, Byron, Carlisle, Dickens, Emerson, Froude, Garland, Hawthorne, and Irving. And if you see the pattern, you know that it's A through I. It's alphabetical. But why those names? Those are all writers. Abbott, Byron, Carlisle, Dickens, Emerson, Froude, Garland, Hawthorne, and Irving were all writers. And they got the distinction of being named in Surfside. We also had a very famous writer that won the Nobel Prize while living in Surfside, and his name was Isaac Bashevis Singer. Okay, let's see some more houses. This is a house, two-story house. It needs a lot of work, a little pricey at 2.6 they're asking. It's been on and off the market for several years. Has potential, and it's on a smaller lot. Here's a house that I had an offer on, but it fell through. We had it under contract for 1.75 million a year ago, and the buyer defaulted. And this is an example of a lot and a half. So it's 8,200 square feet, and it's very deep inside, and they have the mango and avocado trees, and that closed, and I think the seller's going to be moving out pretty soon. But you could see tree-lined streets, lots of people walking around, scooters, dogs, babies, and saw my neighbor, Gisela Bunchen, the beautiful, gorgeous model, walking with her husband and baby and dog the other day. Very sweet, very nice. And she lives here. She owns several homes in Surfside. And then, of course, in our billionaire bunker adjacent to Surfside, we have Jeff Bezos, Tom Brady, and now Mark Zuckerberg. So it's a pretty cool area. It's very unique. And if you look at my previous video, you'll see that the last sale bumped us up to an average of $7.14 million average home sale. That's including everything, the condos and the houses. If you want to be on the water, on the intercoastal, you're looking at double-digit millions. I do have one home for 16 million, and there's two others that are still under construction for 22 million and 35 million. And our ancestors would not believe these prices. So if you want to know more about Surfside, Bay Harbor, Bell Harbor, Miami Beach, Coral Gables, Fort Lauderdale, or parts unknown in Florida, also Arizona, because I do work in the greater Phoenix area with the great brokery, just reach out. I am the most Googleable person in Miami. If you need to buy, rent, sell, invest, you just want to get an idea of what's going on, and you want to finally make that move to Florida, this is the time to do it. So signing out, make your day and someone else's great.